That's pretty nice. So if you want to look at the Django Fakebook chart, which I sent, or you can look at my tabs, it's up to you. But we're going to do it pretty slow. There's an intro vamp and an outro vamp, and we'll play it along with the recording. But at a nice and slow tempo, it's almost like it's cut time. It's because it's pretty fast. But you want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and I'm going to move my finger so you can see it there, sorry. So here it is slow again. 1, and 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool. So who can tell me what is this little riff based off of? What scale, what arpeggio is this vamp based off of? You could type it in, you could just say it, or I could play it for you. So, yeah, Jenny's typing it in. Actually, I don't see my chat. Hold on. Yeah, dim 7. It's just a dim 7 arpeggio. It's pretty dark and sinister-y sounding, so it's pretty cool. And that's the beauty of the diminished. It's pretty dark flavor. 1. And I'm just doing everything with downstrokes, even the syncopation. 1, 1, and 1. So again, I'm digging in there kind of pretty aggressively. That one measure, by the way, the tricky rhythm there is measure 3. 1, and 3, 4. 1, and 3, 4. So as slowly as 1. And if you're doing all gypsy picking, I shouldn't say that. If you're doing all downstrokes, which is often called gypsy jazz picking, you could use the rest stroke style too. Oops. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that note there. And we want to just do that as many times as you want before the band kicks in, whoever is leading the band with the melody. And it's just a G minor vamp, but it's really a diminished. It's funny, I love playing diminished on top of a minor chord. That gives you a flat 5. So it almost like you're replacing the 5 with the flat 5, which gives it a bluesy kind of dark flavor. So you can always do that even on a minor chord, just play a diminished right on it. If you're not used to doing that, I like to do both, or I like to add both, like. And it gets kind of a little bit exotic. I was adding both the flat 5 and the 5. So you get a minor 6, and you get the diminished 7, and you get this then. Again, kind of exotic and cool, that darker flat 5 flavor. So anyways, that's why it can work on a G minor. Let's try it together again, the intro vamp. We'll just do it a couple times through, just so you get the timing of it. And just kind of get, I'm looking at John's hand, just get that 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Last time. And then you can slap that G minor 6 chord right on beat 1 and give it stop time. Stop. And the melody. You could do that again if you want to, but that's where we can kick into the chords, or we could do the leads. I think I want to do the chords first, however. Then we'll be the lead guitar player of the band. Any questions on just that cool intro vamp? Some people call that, there's a couple different names for it. It could be a vamp. It could be called an ostinato, if you haven't heard that term. An ostinato is a recurring, often kind of a bass figure. An ostinato, it's a groove. So it could be called the ostinato, and you can play it in unison, you can play it an octave higher, you can have fun. On the Stockwell version, they were just playing octaves against this. You can kind of do some different rhythmic things underneath it. Do-dee, do-dee, bo-ba-da-ba-bom, bom, bom, bing. And it's supposed to be pretty fast, so you actually want to be feeling it in cut time. That means this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You should feel it in halftime. But right now we're feeling every beat. One, like this. Boom, 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 boom. Again, the rhythm's a little bit tricky, so. John, you were going to say something?
No, I sent you a link to Paula Schaefer does Billie Jean, the intro to Billie Jean over that vamp.
Are you serious? You know what? Maybe that's, I heard another version of that song, and I totally listened to that this weekend. And I forgot who it was, so that's why I didn't put it on there. But yeah. Now I remember, because the Billie Jean. Thank you for mentioning that.
Tracy?
Yes.
You played the G diminished licks over G minor 6 chord?
Yeah.
Or that sounds weird.
Yeah, that sounds weird to you?
Oh, no, I was asking. What do you think?
No, I love it. It sounds kind of dark and sinistery. Because of that flat 5, you're really targeting. I mean, Jenny's question is, on a G minor 6 chord, can you play a G diminished 7? And the answer to me is yes, because it's almost a G minor 6, but you're flatting the 5. So again, you have that kind of a bluesier flavor. And then what I was mentioning is you can add the flat, then you can add the real 5 in. So you can kind of play both. So you almost get this sound. So I like it. Playing a diminished lick on top of a minor chord, face value, meaning you see G minor 6, you play G dim, and you get that really cool flat 5 flavor. So I'm just kind of doing a G diminished lick, but I'm playing a G minor chord in the background. And again, the purpose of that is to really have you target the flat 5. And that's a pretty good tempo right there. Because as soon as you start to feel it in cut time, meaning this, bom, 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 bom. As soon as you start feeling it on 1, 3, 1, 3, that's what we want. That's how fast it should be. But for practice, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, and 3, 4, 1, 3. Okay. So let's move on from that ostinato riff. I think we all have that down. We'll come back to that. Or any questions on that riff? I was just going to grab a little heavier pick for that, actually, since I like to dig in. But I get used to playing these little medium picks now. That's okay. So here we go. The chords now for this song. And now I'm just looking at the Django fake book. It says G minor, but no, we don't want G minor. What do we want? We want G minor 6. A minor 7 flat 5. It's a lot of chords. There's Autumn Leaves, by the way. I knew that was going to come back. So yeah, the Autumn Leaves progression is in there. It's right beautifully in there from the C minor 7 chord, F7. That's where you can just play your Autumn Leaves songs. I focus on Autumn Leaves every term. There's one of my classes, I'm always going through Autumn Leaves. It's the most important chord progression. We'll get a good dose of it here. So anyways, back to the A section chords. We have G minor 6, A minor 7 flat 5, D7. And let's stop here. Now when we see this chromatic G minor, G flat minor, F minor, you're going to run out of room down here. You could do it down here, but you might as well just go up here. G minor, G flat minor, F minor, B flat 7 to E flat major 7. I want to go to major 7 and be a sharp 11 because of the melody note. But actually, I was listening to Stocklow do it early, or Borelli, and he's treating it as a dominant. So it's kind of tricky. You guys probably know, I hope you know, what chord can you play that's more, I always say that's more neutral, that doesn't tell you whether it's major or dominant, but it's a major chord, besides just a triad. John wants to say it's a 6 chord. You could just do E flat 6, you're safe. Or E flat 6, 9. Okay, it could be that means it could be a major type, meaning if the other player or the soloist it does major 7, you're not going to interfere. If they're thinking flat 7 like a dominant, you're not going to interfere. So a safe chord is this guy. Just E flat 6 and then D7. It could do Borelli like sharp 9, more tension, and then C minor 7. So again, when I'm saying on that E flat chord, I would probably assume it might be major 7 because F minor 7, B flat 7 wants to be a 2-5-1 to E flat major 7, but it's nice safe to do E flat 6. Then D7 or D7 sharp 9, C minor 7, F7, I'm doing F9 just like I'm doing Autumn Leaves. B flat major 7, E flat 6 9 or E flat major 7 or E flat major 9. These are all just some, I better go through a few of these shapes. B flat major 7 or B flat 6. Okay, those are my kind of go-to shapes right there on the 6th string root. Now when I see that E flat, it could be E flat major 7, E flat major 9, or E flat 6. I'm just kind of staying within this one position. If you don't know, I want to walk you through it. E flat major 7, I think we all know this one. Here's E flat major 9, if you don't recall this one. That's the one I used a lot when we were going through There Will Never Be Another You. And if you don't know that one, I always do this. Dominant 9, major 9, minor 9. Okay, those are the 3 important 9th chords. Well, sharp 9, flat 9. There you go. Those are all your 9th chords right there on that E flat root. I'll do that again. Dominant 9, major 9, dominant 9, minor 9, dominant 9, sharp 9, flat 9. Okay, that's such a good study right there. As long as you kind of know what you have to modify to get those colors, you've got your 9th chords down. 6-9, by the way, that was the other one I did not do. I did it, but I didn't say it. Okay, so major 9 to 6-9 sounds really sweet, this sound. Okay, major 7 to major 6-9 is a nice flavor. Those are the options that I'm thinking for E flat. When it says just E flat, I'm thinking that. Unless, again, you want that dominant chord. Okay. That's what I'm listening for. When I'm listening to the recordings or watching Borelli or whoever play, what are their choices there? What are they hearing? What are they thinking? Major 7, dominant 7 sounds. I say that, is it major or is it dominant? Okay, back to A minor 7 flat 5. We almost got through the whole song because the second half is the same as the first half. So it's actually a pretty easy 16 bars tune like Minor Swing or, those songs, Dark Eyes. The only difference is the second half. Or actually it reminds me of Swing Chaton as well. A minor 7 flat 5 for 2 bars. D7 for 2 bars. Let's keep going. B section and stop. G minor 6, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, and right here. F9, B flat major 7, E flat major 9, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, turn around, and top. C minor 7, autumn leaves, and hopefully you know what to do at that point. 2 bars on it, build it up. That's stop time. 2, 5, stop. Oh, okay, no, I got fooled there. That wasn't stop time there. That time you do want to play through that that second. It's not stop time both times. It's only stop on that first time. So right there when it goes G minor, G flat minor, F minor, you don't want to put stop time. Maybe some guys do. But there again, what I was doing, if you didn't catch that, I was going to minor 9. So I went G minor 9, G flat minor 9, F minor 9, B flat 13, E flat major 7. But again, E flat 6, 9, or E flat dominant 9 with a flat 5 if you want it dreamy. Again, you might come up with your own arrangement and say, no, I want this chord. This is an E flat 9, but I put the sharp 11 on, flat 5, because that's your melody note, the A note, and that's what works really well. But listen how nice it sounds with a major with that sharp 11. Okay, it's pretty sweet. That's a Lydian mode, by the way. And then the autumn leaves, C minor 7, F9, B flat major 7, E flat major 9. We're almost done, last 4 bars, and turn around. And top. Get ready, G minor 9, 10th fret. Walk it down chromatically there to the 2-5, D7. There, the dominant, 2, autumn leaves, B flat, E flat, A minor 7, flat 5, 2 bars, build it up. And stop time on the B section, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, A minor 7, flat 5, D7, that's your 2-5, and 10th fret. Autumn leaves. Once you hit that C minor chord, just remember you're into autumn leaves. That's where you can pull out all your autumn leaves licks. Okay, now we're off into some soloing. Let's kick up the tempo a little bit there. Did you guys all get this part? That was... I like that B flat 13, like G minor 9. And I just kind of now, I'm going to just train myself to do E flat 9, dominant, kind of bluesier, to the D7 or D9 or sharp 9. Again, if you want to play it safe, just do 6 9s and just do D7. You don't have to add in flat 9s or sharp 9s. I always say that, just stay away from those color tones if you're not quite sure. But let's do that again a little bit quicker. From the top of the A section. 1, 2. Oh.
Stacy?
Yes.
Could you move away because we cannot see the neck of your guitar?
Which direction? I have to look. Like further back?
Further back, yes.
How about I lowered the camera? Is that better?
Yeah, you tend to lean toward your guitar, and when you do that, we don't see anything.
I thought you wanted to see my face. That's why. No, I'm joking. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. 1, 2. Oh, sorry. Bernard, please mute yourself. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Stop time. Oh, sorry. Hold on, Bernard. Let's mute yourself. Okay, here we go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. I already lost it there. I didn't do my half step thing. I'm actually going to look at the chart so I make sure I know it to play it correctly. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we go. Autumn leaves. 2 bars on the A minor 7 flat 5. And stop time. 2, 5. Notice I'm keeping time there. Autumn leaves. Keep time. And now we're off into some soloing ideas. But we got to learn the melody first, then we can hit the soloing topics. Boom, bum, 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 bum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. The little slur's not in there, but you can add that in. Sounds good. 1. Okay, and I'm playing all around this G minor lick. But we have G minor, this kind of scale fragment, very popular, 1, 2, flat 3. We call that like a minor add 9, this. We all love that arpeggio, so it's this. That's all it is, it's that popular scale fragment. And so if you were to solo with that idea, you'd kind of be, playing around with the melody, which is nice. 1. And again, 1. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1. 1. 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that's your A section. That's basically the tune, but of course there's a second ending that's a little bit different there. I highly suggest that you do look at that chart for the fake book as well as my tabs. My tabs, I was in a hurry, so I just put repeat and then put a second ending where the melody is just slightly different there at the end. It goes 1. Oh, no, I wrote the wrong note. Darn it, it should be an A natural, not the root. It should be this, 1. That's a 9. And not this. Da, 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 doo, doo. You'd think you'd want to resolve it, but again, this is pretty hip. It's going that 9, okay? So that's the A natural. I gotta fix that. I don't think can you guys tell me, did I write that wrong on my chart? Did I put it on G? Did I resolve it to G on my tabs? Okay. That would be assumed, especially if you see an F sharp, you would think that F sharp's going to resolve to G. But again, now we have da-da-da-da. That beautiful 9. Beautiful melody. And then you can see the whole autumn leaves idea too. He's very sequential about the melody. That's basically the idea. 1. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. 1. Bum, 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 bum. Do, 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 and of course, we want to solo and just outline the changes, place in your autumn leaves licks. Right when you get to that section, that's where I would bust out all those autumn beautiful leaves, beautiful licks that you've worked out for autumn leaves. And I hope that that's one that's always kind of on your playlist to be working on. I know occasionally I hear people like autumn leaves again, but yes, that's one of the most important tunes in this style to be really working on, because it will really get you hearing that beautiful 2-5-1-4 movement, 2-5-1 to the relative minor. That's what so many of these songs are about. It's very lyrical and it follows that cycle. I was gonna say dominant cycle, but that cycle. So really it'll really make you play very melodically. But I want to actually play along with Borelli now. If you guys, we got that melody down to the decently. I think you guys got it down kind of right. Was not too hard of a melody. But let's play with Borelli, just, I would say, with rhythm guitar. Then let's talk about some soloing ideas. Maybe you guys can try some things out.
Tracy?
Yes, I'm listening.
We still cannot see your neck.
Okay.
Sorry, but
No,
I
that's
can't
okay.
see what you're doing. Yeah.
That's okay.
Can you just move the camera away a little bit so that we can see your guitar?
Yes, I'll do that. But at the same time, I want you to be playing along. I'm not watching you, but I'm hoping that you're playing along. Are you playing along?
Well, I cannot play along if I don't see what you're doing.
Okay.
It's hard to know.
Yeah, it's hard for me to know how you're doing, because you're the only person that I'm not sure if I want to make sure you're getting this stuff down. So, sorry, let me load this up. Is that better? Can you see the neck?
Yes. If you stay that way, but what happens is when you start playing, you move forward, and then all you see is your face.
Oh, well, that's not good. But I guess what I'm trying to say is focus less on your eyes and more on your ears, is what I'm trying to ultimately say. So let's play along with Borelli. Actually, I should just turn my camera off and have you guys just listen.
Ça vous a plu? Ça y est? Merci. Voilà, et on voudrait clore ce...
This is 75%. I turned my camera off so you have to listen instead of use your eyes. Use your ears instead. Here's that intro vamp. Autumn leaves. Break. 2-5. Autumn leaves. And top. Ha. 2, 5. And descend. F minor, B flat, autumn leaves. And B section. 2, 5. Descending. That's dominant. Descending. Autumn leaves. Here comes autumn leaves. Autumn leaves. Top. Autumn leaves. B. Ha. Autumn leaves. Autumn leaves. Ha. Autumn leaves. Autumn leaves. Autumn leaves. Bam. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that was a pretty brisk tempo. That was at 75% of the tempo. But how was that? Was that, you guys getting it? It's pretty tricky. It's not an easy chord progression. It's got some twists and turns. Why? Because, well, first of all, you know, after you do this first part, I'm recommending you go up here. So you get that sequence down. It's just kind of almost a memorization thing. But if you were stuck down here, you'd do it minor 7. You know, you just have to kind of go with the flow there. G minor 7, F sharp minor 7, F minor 7, B flat 9. Again, that's not my favorite place to play down here. Autumn leaves. And pretty much I always defaulted to this part for autumn leaves. If you guys did not get this, C minor 7, F9, B flat 6, E flat major 9, A minor 7 flat 5. The first time you 2 measures to the D7 or D7 sharp 9 to that G minor 6. 2, 3, 4. And then right here. That's why I said just try to get this sequence. I mean, it's worked out the same way each time, but... And that was G minor 9, G flat minor 9, F minor 9, B flat 13, flat 13, either major 9, 6 9, or dominant 9, whatever you want to do there. Okay, let's talk about some soloing ideas. Oh, Jenny, yes, question?
That chromatic part you just went over,
Yeah.
I imagine it's not played the same every single time and for all the forms. So like if someone's soloing, or if you're just getting bored of playing that same form,
Yeah.
do you just play the G minor then for 2 bars? Or
Yeah,
how-
you don't need to
what's
do the
like
chromatic.
change it?
Yeah, actually the chromatic, I wasn't hearing them do that all the time. I did hear Borelli do that just a couple times, just just that little movement down, but you don't need to do this every time. I mean, most rhythm guitar players do things the same way every time. It's pretty consistent, especially if you're in a small group setting, because they expect to hear that. But yeah, so I would get used to just kind of working that out. But just you can omit the chromatic, meaning the second chord. Just do this. So you're going G minor, 2 measures, and then F minor. So you don't need to throw in the chromatic. But it's just kind of nice to have that movement. And the funny thing is, it's a chromatic minor, but it's almost functioning as like a descending tritone sub, like this. It's like that 2-5-2-5 sequence, this. Or this. Like that. Okay, so just be flexible. That's all I can say. Right now we're just kind of more following the chart, which I like to do, but then I like to get away from it too. That's why I want to go back to these versions of listening to it. This is a really great version. There's a studio recording too, that you guys should check out. But if that was too fast, then make sure you play it just slow at 50%. But we got through the whole song there at 75% with the intro. So, and then we got the melody down. Let's talk about some improv. What are you guys gonna do on the G minor 6 chord? John, play me your favorite G minor. Everybody get prepared to play me a lick. I'm just paraphrasing it. Do that. Yeah, no, go ahead and kind of play an idea again. So, some embellishments. But that's the idea. It's like, just jam on that G minor 6 chord. Nice, yeah. Oh, yeah, that 6th degree is really sweet. Exactly. Beautiful, yeah. That you could just do all that through that G minor, and pretty much the song is interesting. It's kind of modal, so you don't have to necessarily follow the changes, but of course it sounds good. Jenny, what are you going to play over that 2-5, A minor 7 flat 5 to D7? What's a good idea?
I was working on the G minor. Okay, maybe just like maybe an A minor lick. I don't know. You think that would work,
like a half diminished.
Yeah, half diminished. I don't know.
Well,
I'm not sure.
Well, let me just say kind of maybe what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 2 different things. On a 2-5 in a minor key, meaning this. That's the harmonic minor scale. So we have A minor 7 flat 5. So G harmonic minor is kind of the default scale there. And it's G harmonic minor contains both chords, A minor 7 flat 5 and D7. So if you don't know that scale, let's do it all together. Notice that leading tone, that F sharp. So we have John's idea. And maybe that harmonic minor scale to kind of create that tension. We have the G minor lick, harmonic minor. And then that G minor lick, probably. Do you want to catch that chromatic? I don't feel it's necessary in your soloing. I do feel like it's nice to catch a G minor, F minor, to the E flat, and then a D7. And now we're on the autumn leaves part. So again, now I'm just kind of walking through some soloing ideas, but I want to simplify that just a little bit in two different ways. For the G minor chord, let's just think, or three different ways. G minor triad. That to me is very in the gypsy jazz Django style. It's very easy to accomplish. You just want to hit that G minor. But then on the next chord, the 2-5, that's where we want to play this. That's your diminished 7 arpeggio on the D7. So what I'm saying is this is a nice easy way. I'm going to start with the easier level. Get rid of the A minor 7 flat 5 in your head when you're soloing and just convert it to just D7 flat 9. So now we have something like this. And just practice that back and forth. So we have G minor 6. Back and forth. I'm just practicing those first 4 bars over and over. And now look at what it comes out to be. Beautifully, it comes out 1, 5. We love this. It's very much in this style. A little bit slower. G minor. D7, think that diminish. If you're wondering what diminish, just do this. Play D7. And then G minor. Those are just some triad exercises there. But again, if you're just going to stay in one position, we have this. And again, I'm just jamming 1, 5, and back to the 1. Just kind of outlining back and forth. Again, this is just pretty, I think, important and basic outlining stuff. You know, you could just get bluesy. That's probably the easiest thing to do, but I'm kind of not talking about that approach right now. But when I was listening to the saxophone player, he was definitely doing a pretty nice dose of blues licks there. So does Borelli. But again, this is kind of gypsy jazz to me 101 here. And that harmonic minor scale really brings out that diminished flavor. The other trick that I like to do is just to play that D triad, this stuff. That, or this. So I'm thinking that D. Here's a D triad. Sorry. So I'm playing that. That's the quickest way to get the harmonic minor scale flavor without having to think harmonic minor scale fingering. Just outline that D triad. G minor, D triad. D triad. D triad. D triad. And there I actually kept going back to that minor add 9 arpeggio, which is what the melody is. This. Oh, this. I'll do that again. 1, 2, flat 3, 5. 1, 2, flat 3, 5. 1, 2, flat 3, 5. I like to add the 6 in. But again, the melody is this. And again, I'm just trying to show you maybe like hit the chord. So there I was going G minor. And there I just outlined the arpeggio. But if you guys want to try this with me, maybe it's a good exercise. Maybe to simplify your ideas, hit the G minor. So I went 1, 2, and 3. And I noticed that I like to start my licks off often like 5, 1. It creates a strong melody. Like this. And then... And there's that diminished arpeggio. I hit the 2 chord, but then I ran my F sharp dim. G minor. And then F minor. So in that case, there's no G flat minor. I went straight to the next measure. And of course, you could do tritone sub. You could just do this. Autumn leaves. So I went from, right here. Those are all dominants. So F minor 9, E9, tritone sub, E flat 9, D9 sharp, D7 sharp 9 to C minor 7. So again, what I'm kind of just maybe suggesting in this case, just for fun, hit the chord. And again, chord, and we talked about this a little bit before, you know, try to state that chord every once in a while so that you know what chord you're on. But you could do it kind of systematically. Like I was trying to go 1. And again, I was just playing the same licks there. That every time I hit that 2 chord, I did this. We all know that diminished pretty well. So I went like this 2, and then this F sharp dim. Again, even though I'm playing the 2 because that's what's written, I'm thinking D7. I'm thinking, what would I do on D7 generally? Unless you want to really get to that next level of playing over every single chord, which I always kind of call that almost beboppy. So anyways, I'm just kind of simplifying a few of those ideas. I mean, I don't know if there's anything brand new here for you. I mean, there's different colors we can play with, but that's where it's nice to listen to what Borelli does, what Stocklow, or that violin player with Stocklow. You should listen to him. He's amazing. They're all fantastic players, and they all have really cool ideas that, listen to it, slow down, try to decipher what they're coming up with. But even just on a more basic level, again, I'm just looking how beautiful that simple melody is. That's Autumn Leaves. Pretty fun song. I think you guys are going to have a lot of fun with this one this week. I probably will have more topics, but I kind of like to hear what you guys do over the Autumn Leaves section next time.
Real quick question, Tracy.
Yes.
After the first 4 bars where you have the chromatic line, are you saying to just simplify that to G minor, F minor, E flat, then D?
Yeah. Get rid of that G flat. That's the first chord to go, that G flat minor. They're not everybody's going to do that all the time. Really what's important is that G minor for measure, then F minor. The G flat, unless you want to do this, then that's that's what's going to come out when you hear that. Or I'm not saying that doesn't sound bad. That sounds really nice if you want to catch that. I'll do that again. I mean, you can work out those lines to where you're following that down again, or this. Again, that's a beautiful part. It actually reminds me of Autumn Leaves, if you guys know that one part. But I miss you most of all, my darling, when autumn leaves start to fall. So it actually does this. Do, 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 do. And then this is where he throws in Autumn Leaves. So it kind of throws me off because I think of that little movement as that Autumn Leaves part at the end of the B section. But this is where he starts his Autumn Leaves. It's backwards. So I think it's really tricky and it's kind of brilliant at the same time, this progression and how nice it is to solo on. So, John, the shirt to match the violin. Yeah. Those guys are all wearing the same. I need to watch the violin play. Are you saying he had a special shirt on?
No, it's his pants. It would go well with that shirt.
Oh, his pants. No, I was noticing that they're all wearing the same outfits too. They're all matching. It's pretty cool. Please check it out. It's nice just to have a new song to work on, give you some new ideas, the melody, the riff. I know, unfortunately, we're not jamming on it, but just try to play along with recordings. That's always what I say, is just be able to play along, slow it down, just, have those shapes worked out. But just to reiterate Jenny's question, that G flat minor 9 can be the first chord to go. It's not important. Just play your G minor lick just like you're doing in measure 1 of your A section. So you have this. But now I led the listener to F minor. Da 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 bo do ba bum. And that was like an T for 2 lick or a 2-5-1 lick. to pull you to E flat. But when you're on the E flat, you can either do a major lick or a dominant lick. That's what I was saying. And then you go to the D7 chord. Again, we're getting a little bit more into the chord changes. And that's where I might just do some outlining. Just omit the G flat minor. That's not important for soloing. That was a G minor, F minor, E flat, D7, C minor, etc. So it's funny when you look at the sheet music, if you're looking at the chart, I'm looking at the chart, when you get rid of that G flat minor, I mean, you kind of see the important chords. G minor, F minor, E flat. You just see it's descending. D7, C minor, the F7, but then the B flat. So it's you see this beautiful walk down. You could just go G minor, F minor, E flat, D7, C minor, B flat. I mean, I'm targeting that E flat. I'm going B flat major 7 to B flat 6. And then the D7. Even though it says A minor 7 flat 5. Oh, I should probably, and that's pretty important. I should talk about this, just we'll end it right here with this. A minor 7 flat 5 equals what minor 6? You guys knew I'm always going to say this. A minor 7 flat 5, A half dim equals what? It's okay. I'm not looking at you guys. I'm looking at the chart. But C minor 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, A minor 7 flat 5 equals C minor 6. So that's where I like to play C minor ideas. Specifically, C melodic minor. Or if you want to do this, this lick, Ron. On C minor, but you would do those C minor licks on A minor 7 flat 5. D7. So again, if you don't, this is a great example on when people see a minor 7 flat 5 chord, they're like, ooh, what do I do on that for 2 measures? Hey, just rename it to C minor. You know what to do for C minor. You know, it's just have fun. I was doing the C melodic minor. That's my favorite scale on a minor 6 chord. And then D7, G minor 6. Etc. It's a pretty fun song. I'll have to write out an age, but you guys have fun with it. There's so many cool paths to improvisation on it. Try to find those things, but do some renaming too. Especially, that's my only last hint, A minor 7 flat 5. Just convert it to C minor 6. Then you can whip out all your C minor 6 arpeggios. And then turn that to diminish. Is one of my favorite tricks. I play C minor 6 for 2 bars. Then on the D7, I turn it to C dim. And then back to G minor 6. So we have C minor, A minor 7 flat 5, C minor 6. D7, C dim. G minor 6, E minor 7 flat 5. That was for you, Ron. Because I know you're always going to say, hey, on G minor 6, can I play E minor 7 flat 5? It works both ways. And that's the thing, is I want you guys to be fast at seeing those chords and be able to rename it if you need to. Sometimes I like the minor 7 flat 5 arpeggio. And that's over the G minor 6, okay? So there, those 4 bars to the second B on the A minor 7 flat 5, I said play C minor 6. Here you go. If you have that minor blues lick down, and then diminish it, and then G minor. So you have the 2, diminish, G minor, 2, finish it. Again, that's where I just like to loop things. Two, 5, 1. Again, a lot of 2-5-1 stuff on this song. Okay, guys, thanks so much. Hope you had fun with this song. There's gonna be lots of great songs this term, so I want to try some new things out that I haven't played. Also, it's good to do that. So, thanks. Have a great week, you guys.
Thanks, Tracy.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, Steve.